there, my name is Miss Emily. I work at the Mooresville Public Library in Mooresville, Indiana, and today we're going to talk about apples. Do you love apples like I do? Right now, fall or autumn is the best time to eat apples because they are fresh from the tree. You can get all kinds of varieties. You can even go to an apple orchard and pick your own. So today I'm going to show you 2 different snacks that you can make using apples that are a lot of fun to make and give you the opportunity to be creative and experiment with different flavors. So the first snack that we will do today are apple grins. So these are smiles that you can make with slices of apple. If you are going to slice your apple using a knife, make sure that you have the help of a grown-up with you. They might need to do it for you, or maybe they can help you just by supervising in the kitchen. But just make sure that safety comes first, okay? And as always, before we work with food, we want to wash our hands. So if you are about to make yours, go ahead and pause the video right here. Go wash your hands and come back and unpause. I'm going to use my hand sanitizer. I washed my hands earlier, but I'm going to just double check and make sure my hands are extra clean. So we're going to first start by slicing our apple. Like I said, if you are going to use a knife, make sure you have a grown-up's help, or if you have something like this is an apple slicing tool. It's really a great way for kids to be able to slice their apples on their own. It has a circle in the middle that will cut out the core, and then wedges that will make the apple slices. So I'm going to just use this. I'm going to line up the circle with the core of the apple with the stem end on top. Try to make it as flat as possible. And push down really hard. There we go. So you can see that my apple is sliced into all of these pieces and has a circular core in the middle. It's actually kind of still connected, so that's all right. I'm just going to pull my slices out. I'm just going to use 2 for right now. When you make yours, you might decide to make several apple grins. And then I'm going to find something sticky, something that I can use as a spread on my slices to help stick down the teeth that are going to be the apple's smile. So there's lots of different options. You can use something like Nutella, which is like a chocolatey hazelnut. You can use peanut butter, that's kind of the classic pairing with apples. You can use other nut butters like almond butter or pecan butter, sunflower seed butter, whatever you'd like there. You can use cream cheese if you'd like that. That'll be a little bit more savory. Or you could use honey. Honey is pretty sticky as well. But I'm gonna go with peanut butter. Got this open. I'm gonna grab some with my knife and smear it on top of each slice, just on one side. So that I've got 2 apple slices with peanut butter on them. And these apples are pretty small. You might go to the grocery store and find an apple that's a little bit bigger and it'll make a wider smile. That's totally fine, either one. These are kind of like mini smiles, baby smiles. And then I'm going to grab mini marshmallows to make my teeth. You could make teeth out of other things, like I said, nuts, or maybe raisins if you want kind of a Halloween-y, rotten teeth kind of look. You could put raisins in there. You can do all kinds of things. But I want mine to look like they just came from the dentist. So they've got shiny white teeth. And this mouth is so small I can only fit 3 teeth on there, but that's okay. And then you're just gonna smush them together so that you've got 2 lips and some teeth on your apple smile. If you make a bunch of these, they are fun to munch on, and they also make good decorations if you're going to want to have a Halloween party or something like that. So those are apple smiles or apple grins. The second snack that we'll do today are apple sandwiches. So, just like a sandwich is 2 pieces of bread with stuff inside, an apple sandwich is 2 pieces of apple with stuff inside. So first we need to make our apple bread, basically. So we're gonna take an apple, I'm gonna use this one, and we're gonna make slices in it. This is one where you can't use an apple slicer, you'll need to use a knife. So make sure that you have the help of a grown-up to do that cutting for you, okay? So you're going to slice across the widest part of the apple. So that's opposite of what we usually do. So you're gonna make round slices. So I'm gonna try to make them about, I don't know, 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch. It doesn't have to be perfect. They don't have to be completely even. Just be very careful. Make sure your fingers are out of the way or that your grown-up is doing it for you. So this small apple only gave me 2 basic slices and then the top and the bottom, but that's okay. The inside, the core, you'll see the little star. You can cut that out using a round cookie cutter or a heart-shaped cookie cutter or a star-shaped cookie cutter, or you can use your knife to just cut it, which is what I'm going to do. Okay, so now I have my 2 pieces of apple with the core cut out. They look kind of like a bagel, right? So if you've ever had a sandwich made out of a bagel, it'll be like this. So just like with our apple grins, we need something sticky to keep everything all together. So this time I think I'm going to use Nutella, but like I say, you can use the same sorts of things. Honey, peanut butter, hummus, cream cheese, anything that'll keep your toppings on your apples. All right, so I've got Nutella on one side of my apple and peanut butter on the other, and now it's time to get creative. So you can put in whatever toppings you think will work well. Some things that might be good for kind of a sweet treat would be granola or raisins or craisins. You could put marshmallows on there, but that would make a big sandwich. Nuts like chopped peanuts or almond slivers. I've got some pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds that I might use. Those are very fun. So I'm just gonna put on a few different things, craisins, a little bit of granola for some crunch. You can be creative, try different combinations. A little bit of pumpkin seeds. And just like a regular sandwich, you could eat these open face, or you can put the 2 sides together to make your sandwich. And we talked about sweet flavorings in our apple sandwiches, but don't forget that you could also make them savory. So I think it would be really delicious to have an apple sandwich with maybe some cream cheese and some bacon bits. You could make it like a regular sandwich and just put in a slice of cheese and a slice of ham between the 2 apple slices, and that would be delicious too. So let your imagination run wild, try all different combinations, and I can't wait to hear what you come up with. If you stop by the library anytime this week, you can grab a packet that has the recipe cards for the 2 snacks that we did today. It tells you exactly what to do, as well as giving lots of different suggestions for different toppings and different spreads that you might use for your snacks. You'll also get a couple of apples and some marshmallows, some granola, and some craisins that you can use with your creations. We don't want anyone to have an allergic reaction, so you guys can find whatever sticky spread that works best for you in your own kitchen. If you'd like to learn more about apples, you can always check out some books. I have some suggestions for you. This small one is called From Shoot to Apple. It's by Stacy Taus-Bolstad. It's a series called From Start to Finish, and it shows you from start to finish where apples come from. So I love that it has actual photographs, So you can see these apple trees having the little shoot. I love that it has photographs, so you can see actual photos of the apple orchard and the process that farmers use to make sure those trees get big and grow beautiful apples. You can also check out The Life and Times of the Apple by Charles Micucci. And this one is really neat because it takes you through all kinds of information about apples, as well as the history of apples, how apples were spread across the United States, and all kinds of extra information. This one, it has illustrations instead of photographs, but it's still got a lot of great information in it. The third book I'd like to suggest is Secrets of the Apple Tree. This is another series. This is by Carron Brown and Alyssa Nassner. It's a shine a light book, so there are several of these in our collection. And basically, you hold the page up to the light to see hidden pictures behind them. So, for example, this one says, many animals live around the tree. Can you see who the bird is about to grab? And if you hold it up to the light, you can see the picture of the worms underneath. But it'll show up in this section of the page. So it's a really cool book to use your flashlight with to learn a little bit more about apples and apple trees. Thanks for joining me. I really hope you enjoy your apple snacks. Have fun with it, experiment with different flavors. I'd love to hear if you hit on a combination of things that is just fantastic that you can say is your very own. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time.